Hi there, I'm Alicia Malone, and welcome back to TCM's George Roy Hill retrospective. Tonight's lineup focuses on the latter part of the director's career, and next is a very charming romantic drama from 1979 featuring a character who watches two of Hill's biggest hits. It's A Little Romance. The story follows two teenagers who fall in love in Paris, an American girl named Lauren, played by Diane Lane, and a film-obsessed French boy, Daniel, played by Thelonious Bernard. Daniel loves nothing more than going to the movies, watching classics like The Sting and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, as well as films featuring Bogey and Bacall, and he brings that cinematic romance into his relationship with Lauren. When the two decide to run away together to Venice, they seek help from an elderly man, Julius, played by Laurence Olivier. This was the feature film debut for both Thelonious Bernard and Diane Lane. Lane was in her early teens, and everyone on set was impressed with her, including the 71-year-old Laurence Olivier, who said that Lane would be the next Grace Kelly. In return, Lane said she was happy to work with Olivier, calling him lovely and a constant professional. At the time, Olivier was recovering from thrombosis and pneumonia, and although George Roy Hill wanted to take care of the veteran actor, Olivier refused to ride the special bike that had been created for him with a motor, insisting on using a regular bicycle like everyone else. You'll also see another veteran actor in this film, Broderick Crawford. He plays himself shooting a fictional movie in Paris. By the way, Georges Deleruy's music won the Oscar for Best Score, and the adapted screenplay by Alan Burns, based on the novel E=mc² Mon Amour by Patrick Corvin, also received an Oscar nomination. Let's watch from 1979, this is A Little Romance. Diane Lane was only about 13 when she made A Little Romance, her debut film, but it was clear she had a long career ahead of her. She even appeared on the cover of Time magazine as a rising young star and has gone on to find a lot of success in movies. Thelonious Bernard, who played Daniel, was also making his film debut and appeared in one more movie after this before deciding that acting was not for him. He then became a dentist, far away from the cameras. For director George Roy Hill, A Little Romance wasn't initially as successful at the box office as some of his earlier films, but it has since gained a dedicated fan base of its own. Hill directed just 3 more movies afterward: The World According to Garp, The Little Drummer Girl, and Funny Farm with Chevy Chase, before retiring from filmmaking to return to Yale, his alma mater, to teach screenwriting. That's it for me tonight, but we have one more George Roy Hill movie after this break. It's his second to last film, a spy thriller from 1984 starring Diane Keaton. Enjoy, and I'll see you soon.
Next on TCM, The Little Drummer Girl. Then, My Favorite Spy. And later, Dames. It's Ladies' Night on TCM.